Hello, my name is Prime and welcome back to this episode of ATS Showcases, and today I'm doing my first look at both the Western Star 49X Power Hood update and the 1.48 open beta for American Truck Simulator. So today we are hauling this huge construction from here in Laredo, Texas up to San Antonio along one of the new heavy haul routes that have been added in with 1.48. So let's go ahead and get on the road and get this Western Star 49X started up. Good old DD16 inner today. Let's go ahead and get inside and get on the road. Hopefully everyone is doing well. I certainly am. Great to be back here in ATS, and I mean, may we say 1.48 is here, my friends. Well, I should say 1.48 open beta. So for those who want to join into the open beta phase, if you're into that sort of thing, you can go and opt into the public open beta within Steam. You can find that under the betas tab when you right click on American Truck Simulator, and you can go in through there, select the public open beta 1.48. It will automatically, or it should automatically, update your American Truck Simulator game, and then from there you are on 1.48 open beta. And I do recommend, obviously, well, not necessarily having too many mods in your save when you go to change, because it may mess things up, but you never know. Sometimes you get good old and lucky. I actually, to become fully transparent, forgot to switch my saves prior to loading it, so I initially loaded into my non-beta save. Nothing broke for the few mods that I had in there, but I got lucky on that front. But I'm here on my beta save, so it's a lot more, well, shall we say, streamlined compared to my normal ATS Showcase save, and definitely not as discovered, let's just say that. But this Power Hood update, a little controversial in my books, and thank you to everyone who have been supporting the channel recently, and also, well, kind of commented on that video. It's a very difficult thing to kind of, well, judge. I want to say that the teaser was kind of not really needed for the Power Hood update. Now, I'm sure there have been some behind the scenes, you know, whether it's contractual basis with SES Software and the Daimler Group. I don't really care about the details, but let's just face it, it was definitely a bit underwhelming in terms of an update. This teaser seemingly promised a lot more than quite literally the hood, which does look good. I like the look of it, but it's this hood and the bumper, the front bumper I have on this truck. As far as I could tell when I was going through the options and from what the official launch, what I'll call, of the update blog post showed, quite literally that was the extension of that. I mean, I guess there's some cabin physics as well, which have been kind of being added in with the other trucks anyways. Yeah, that's the extent of that, my friends. That's the extent of that. And I mean, hey, it's a cool update. I'm happy to be checking it out, and I mean, I like the Western Star 49X. I've always really liked the truck, and I mean, there's kind of technically two front-end versions in ATS now. I can't remember the different chassis name, to be completely honest with you. But if you go through your chassis options of the Western Star 49X, you have the two, well, basically the best way to describe it is the front headlights on the other version angle back, not more straight like this one. That's been in the game now for some time, but yeah, it's the Power Hood update. Say what you want about it, at least it's free. I'll just put that one out there. At least it's free, we don't have to worry about that. And what else is free? 1.48, whenever it does officially launch. And what does it bring? Well, it brings new Texas content, particularly around the Texarkana area, which is actually, and I'll show you on the map, it is up here in the Texarkana, is way up in this far northeastern edge of the Texas DLC, and so there's a bunch of new roads and stuff added throughout the entire DLC, but the new heavy haul route is, well, down in the southern section, so we're not up there right now. But the next episode I will do I'll go up in Texarkana, I'll probably delivering to Texarkana and explore that area, and let's see what that area has to offer. It seems like from the screenshots it was a beautiful area indeed, so I think we can expect some pretty good things on that front. Nonetheless, 1.48 is bringing in a bunch of cool things. So obviously the new Texas content, the slightly confusing, but I will say a little bit disappointing, giving some of the little hints that we saw in some screenshots. The revised vehicle hauler that's in ATS. Now you may be saying, well, we can't own a vehicle hauler or a car hauling trailer, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, we can. None of them are ownable right now, and they're still not as of recording this video, but they have been revised and they look a whole lot better in my opinion, and SEO Software is kind of going through the, well, general freight market or just the general in-game economy trailers and revamping them, which I'm a definite fan of. So if you're doing something like this delivery actually, which is a freight market job, you can go ahead and take, you know, these car hauler trailers that look a lot better. You just can't own them yet. I say yet because fingers crossed, no, that cops jamming on the brakes on me, my word. I am crossing every finger I have, really hoping that we can get ownable ones in the near future, and I really want to believe that this is a precursor to that. It's a hard point once again. As much as I'd like to have it ownable, at least we've got the ability to have it as a revised option in terms of, well, looking better in the freight market. It's better than nothing in my opinion. Is it to what everyone wanted? Let's be honest. Not really. Not really. I'm not going to try and fake, you know, my opinion on stuff, and I want to kind of make that clear. Some people, you know, watching some of the videos across the whole YouTube scheme of stuff will say, oh, these people are just trying to get on the good side as game developers so they can go out and get all the latest stuff and yada yada yada. Yeah, well, no, because where does that go if I don't have an audience that trusts me? Simple as that. I'd rather be honest. I mean, I think a lot of you will know I am definitely a bit of a fanboy of SEO Software, and for very good reason. They produce some very high quality stuff, but you can't please everyone, not all the time and sometimes never. But this one was the Power Hood update in particular, for the Western Star 49X. It's borderline underwhelming, given the teaser that was, you know, given for it. I think, in full honesty, if SEO Software wouldn't have teased anything for this Power Hood update, I don't think there would be any talk about it. Is it underwhelming? Was it really necessary? All this for, you know, a cosmetic change? Nothing would have been said. It would have been, cool, new update for the Western Star 49X. A couple of cosmetic changes, and that would have been the end of that. Just some new thing, whether people wanted to use it or not. You know, it's completely up to you, just like it is right now. But the teaser, I think, really put a spin on the entire update, and that's what went from there. But in terms of 1.48, the car hauler, again, is a situation of, could they have not just done an ownable one for us? Is there a underlying reason why? It's hard to say, and I guess once again, time will only tell on that front. We've had new city intros as well for the Washington DLC, and of course, along with that, I guess the gallery feature. There's been some various UI changes, a few things that have been really handy, also known as a percentage scale on the sliders in your settings. Very handy, may I say. Along with that, the gallery has had an extra tab added for cities. So for the city intros, as the custom city intros keep coming, and just keeping log of the cities that you have discovered in that front, you can then go back through and watch these custom city intros, because if you don't have a headquarters in that city, you're never going to see the custom city intro. But nonetheless, gallery has a new update there for the city tab, so you can go ahead and look through that if you happen to be on the update. Other than that, there's been a few mod changes. As far as I could tell, now take everything I say with a grain of salt because I am not a modder whatsoever, but it appears like it's not a crazy major change in terms of, you know, it's not going to be good to convert mods. It's not like it's a converting mod thing as far as I know. It seems like it's just more of a ability to do this sort of situation. It's kind of unlocked a realm of things that they could be done instead of kind of a limit. SEO Software seems to have gotten rid of a bit of a limiting factor in some things. I'm not quite sure. Comment down below if you happen to know a bit more on that one. I read through the blog post, thought I kind of understood it. Obviously, I didn't quite understand it well enough. But I've got a bunch of stuff here planned for 1.48 now. Kind of nice that it dropped. It's good timing. So obviously next episode, my goal would be to haul some vehicles on the revised car hauler up in Texarkana. So keep an eye out here on the channel for that one. Hopefully it will come out, well, very soon, maybe within days or even sooner of this video, depending on when you're watching it. But I've actually configured this truck in a way that I haven't done in quite some time, besides of course the hood that's new in the bumper. Have you noticed anything just above the hood on the left and right side? Yes, the hood mirrors. I have not done that in a long time, mainly for performance, but there's been a few things that have changed. A few of you have had some keen eyes, and I will do an official announcement of everything in due course, but let's just say there's been some hardware changes, and so now I can run things a whole lot better. And a lot of you have actually noticed recently, saying like, man, your game looks really good. Ultra settings, I presume? And I can say yes, ultra settings and a lot of scaling in game as well, which makes it look mighty fine if you ask me, and may or may not be running at native 4K, or not 4K, I wish, 1440p, there we go, wrong 4, in-game scaling, to 4K though. For those who have watched this far into the video, there you go. Definite hardware changes here on the Prime Simulation side, and things are really setting into place, and all those changes that I've talked about for some time are about to be released very soon. But no, it's a really exciting time. Really exciting time. I've now got the ability to have high quality, smooth recordings day in, day out. Audio is now getting more fine-tuned with the equipment changes that have been happening, and I think it's turning out really well. I'm very happy with how everything has been going. It's been a lot of work and a lot more to go, and of course the work will never stop, but it's all in the name of, well, enjoying what I do. I wouldn't be doing it if I didn't enjoy it, and that's why I do what I do. But the hood mirrors are something that I very much enjoy. Having them back again, I used to run them kind of just playing on my own quite some time ago. Obviously nowhere near this quality, but it was nice to it's nice to have them back. I will say that. Great to have them back. Honestly, it's a little bit different for me to have them back because I can now actually use that for checking you know, blind spots and stuff like that of the truck. Very handy indeed. It probably would have solved a lot of issues in terms of well, crashing into things in recent times, but you know what, you got to do what you got to do, all in the name of performance and smooth gameplay, and I'd rather take that over well, having two mirrors stuck on the hood of my truck. Rolling into San Antonio here. As far as I know, we discovered San Antonio, so we have to kind of go through San Antonio though to deliver this huge construction, which, may I say, very funny that this cargo type is actually called huge construction. I know I've covered it in the past, but I'm just saying it's one of those cargo types that I've always kind of enjoyed hauling for the sake of, well, saying the name of it. There is no real description of what this actually is. It just is a huge construction, well, quite literally is a huge construction bit, and I find that very interesting. Very interesting indeed. Let's get some nice cinematic shots of this 49X, shall we, in the San Antonio area. It's beautiful DLC that is Texas. It's large as well, very large as well. But when it comes to Oklahoma, we've gotta be hoping that this is the precursor update to that. Now, I have checked. I will confirm on the map, at least as of recording this video, which is on launch day, keep that in mind, there have been no changes to the color tone of the Oklahoma state location on the map. Let's just put it frankly like that. For those who don't know, normally when a DLC is about to release or is available but you don't own it, the overall gray area of the ATS map on the outskirts of what is available to you, the states that you could purchase or is the state DLCs that you could purchase if you don't have it already, or if it's coming, goes to a lighter gray than what the rest of the, well, non-existent DLCs are. So it's one of those things that we just gotta wait for. As soon as that color changes, that pretty much that is the determining factor that Oklahoma is then coming to the game with the update, whatever, or coming to it. But as far as I could tell, based on the roads that Texas, or with the Texas content, quote unquote, being added in with 1.48, that basically takes a lot of highway infrastructure and some other major roads right up against Oklahoma. Just saying. Kind of ties all in there. And given by the amount of time we've been talking about Oklahoma and for the size of it, it just makes sense that around now is when the DLC would be releasing, kind of into summer. You know, it's one of those release times for DLCs that we kind of come to know and love, that we can just expect it. And it'd be nice to have it confirmed very soon, I'll tell you that. Maybe you guys are watching this in the future and it has been confirmed and or released, and you know what? You're thinking, what are you yabbering about now, Prime? What are you doing now, bud? But I'm telling you right now, as of recording this video, we've got nothing. No idea really at this point, but it's coming soon. I think a lot of us can feel it, but it has been dragged out for whatever reason, whether it's I want to believe it's some form of reason. Maybe that's me just being more optimistic with that. I don't know. Again, difficult situation, but it's the way it is. Lane change maneuver. We gotta love these ones. So as long as the rear truck has gone over, which I believe he has. He hasn't yet. That's not good. Please don't fail my mission, please. Thank you. We should be good. I always get concerned doing those lane changing maneuvers because sometimes the AI vehicles around you don't actually follow even their own rules. That's what I've found, at least. They're not perfect. Another lane change maneuver. Fantastic. Wait, so we have to get over and then come back, is it? Whatever. Just as long as I keep the indicator on, I think it allows you to kind of fudge it a little bit more than normal, which I've kind of learned as well. If all in doubt, just leave your indicator on. It's fine. But I've had it, I guess it was earlier on. Maybe the tolerances have changed slightly. I've had it earlier on where I failed in a heavy haul right near the end of my delivery. Kind of a situation like this where we're basically right at the end. And I failed it because it apparently didn't like how I did the lane change because I didn't have my indicator on long enough. That's what I could deduct from what happened. I have no other reason why it could have failed other than that. It's not like I, did do the lane change procedure improperly. It was done correctly. It just didn't accept it for whatever reason. No idea. It's one of those things that I just have never been able to understand, and I probably will never understand that one. And we just gotta hope for the best. That truck actually went through the intersection while I'm doing a heavy haul. That is something I haven't seen in a long time. Normally, there is no traffic anywhere around the intersections, or at least moving around the intersections when doing a heavy haul. Maybe that's just my luck. I don't know, but that is that's a rarity right there. I'll tell you that one. Yeah, we're definitely getting close to a delivery point now. We're going more out into the boonies. Way out in the boonies for this delivery. I don't actually know, to be honest, where I'm taking this in for this, well, the delivery point. I have no idea if it's a construction site. I don't know what's going on there. I just know I have to drive it there. Get around the corner in one piece is also a good thing to do. Massive trailer on this one. It's well, it's the oversized 3-piece of the heavy haul, so it's definitely a fun one to maneuver around corners, which, I mean, to be honest, these hood mirrors are actually coming in handy for that, because I can then see it swinging out and around as well, so it gives me a little bit of extra breathing room, which is always good. Always good indeed. Yeah, we're going up into a construction site by the looks of it, or maybe even a quarry on its own. Now, can I... This is going to take some prime driving skills. Oh, little screen hiccup there. A little bit of driving skills here to see if we can... get in here in one piece. Huge quarry looking thing up here. I have noticed that if there's going to be a hiccup, it's at the autosave. And because this is open beta, once again, very first day of release, there could be some just new issues in terms of saving stuff. So keep that one in mind. See if we can thread the needle. It quite literally is threading the needle up here. There's a viewpoint off in the side. This is one of the large mining complexes, so it's definitely one to see if you have the chance. Way up down here in Texas, just outside of San Antonio. I've never actually been here yet in any video or on my own time. I've been all around the Texas DLC a lot, but I don't think I've ever come to this quarry, or mine, whatever you want to call it, before, which is kind of neat. At least I'm doing something different. Besides, well, I mean, this is obviously a new heavy haul route. I'm pretty sure this existed, though. Maybe I'm just going crazy. I want to say that this existed prior to the heavy haul routes, because normally SEO software just kind of alters existing routes, not, well, adding a ton of new road frontage just to get a heavy haul in there. I don't know. Maybe that's maybe I'm incorrect on that one. I unfortunately don't 100% know that one, but I'm just making an assumption there. But if you happen to know if you've delivered to this prior to this update, let me know. That'd be fantastic. Well, fortunately with these heavy hauls, I don't have to try to reverse in there. I think if I actually had to, it would not be a good end to my day. Just telling you that right now. Don't think it would turn out well at all. Let's swing around the corner, just avoid the barriers on that side, and we're gonna pull straight into the parking zone here. And I'm gonna say thank you guys so much for watching. What an incredible delivery. It's great to be driving this truck. Say what you want about the update. It's, again, a little bit controversial on that front, but it is a fantastic... I mean, I really like the look of it. To me, it makes Western Star 49X look really good overall. And it's great to be here in 1.48 open beta. Lots of content coming and a lot of cool things to be officially confirmed very, very soon. Once again, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.